Have you ever felt like someone smiles at you, but deep down, you know they can't stand you? Maybe they say they're fine, yet their actions tell a completely different story. The truth is, not everyone shows their anger openly. Some people choose a hidden way to express it, through passive-aggressive behavior. And this can be confusing, frustrating, and even toxic. In today's video, I'm going to reveal 6 clear signs that someone might secretly hate you. And trust me, once you recognize them, you'll never look at certain people the same way again. Welcome to Life Lessons, the channel where we explore psychology, relationships, and the hidden truths about human behavior. My goal is to help you understand why people act the way they do, so you can protect your energy, build stronger connections, and avoid toxic traps. If you enjoy learning about the mind and how it shapes our everyday lives, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because I share new insights every week. Before we dive into the 6 signs, let's first understand what passive-aggressive behavior really is. It's when someone hides their anger behind subtle actions instead of expressing it directly. They might act sweet on the surface, but underneath, there's irritation or even resentment. For example, picture a coworker who says, "Sure, I'll get that done," but then intentionally misses the deadline. Or a friend who insists, "I'm not upset," while giving you the silent treatment for days. This type of hidden hostility is confusing, it drains your energy, and it can slowly poison any relationship if you don't recognize it. So, how can you tell if someone secretly hates you? Let's break it down and uncover the 6 most common signs of passive-aggressive behavior that you need to watch out for. Sign 1. They deny their anger. Let's start with the first sign. They always deny their anger. Imagine asking someone if they're upset, and they instantly respond with, "No, I'm fine," while their tone, their eyes, and even their body language scream the opposite. This denial is one of the clearest markers of passive-aggressive behavior. Instead of being honest about their feelings, they hide behind a mask of calmness. And here's the tricky part. Not everyone who denies being upset is passive-aggressive. But when the pattern repeats, when their actions consistently contradict their words, it becomes a way of avoiding conflict while still expressing hostility. They don't feel comfortable admitting their anger openly, so they package it in denial, leaving you confused and second-guessing yourself. Sign 2. The silent treatment. Moving to the second sign, silence. Passive-aggressive people love to communicate through absence. Instead of expressing what's wrong, they withdraw, they sulk, they ignore your messages, or they give you the cold shoulder for days. Think about a coworker who stops responding to emails after a disagreement, or a partner who shuts down emotionally during an argument. Silence becomes their weapon. It creates tension without words. To outsiders, they might look quiet or reserved, but to the person on the receiving end, it feels manipulative and punishing. It's a way of controlling the atmosphere without ever having to openly admit what's really going on. Sign 3. They try to make you explode. Now, the third sign is more subtle, but extremely damaging. They push you to explode. Passive-aggressive individuals don't want to admit their anger, but they do want you to feel it. So what do? They provoke you. They use sarcasm, backhanded compliments, and little jabs that seem harmless at first but build up over time. For example, someone might say, "Wow, you finally did it? I didn't think you had it in you." On the surface, it sounds like a compliment, but you can hear the sting underneath. Their goal is to transfer their anger onto you, so you're the one who ends up losing control, while they can sit back and play innocent, saying, "Why are you so upset? I was just joking." Sign 4. Pretending to cooperate. The fourth sign, fake cooperation. Passive-aggressive people are masters of pretending to agree while secretly resisting. Imagine assigning a task to a team member and they smile and say, "Of course, I'll take care of it." But what happens? They procrastinate, they drag their feet, or they deliver something half-done and sloppy. Technically, they didn't refuse to help, but their actions sabotage the result. This behavior is extremely common in workplaces and group projects. It creates frustration and tension without a direct confrontation. It's their way of saying, I don't want to do this, without ever using those words. Sign 5. Avoiding direct communication. Fifth sign, they avoid direct communication. Someone who's passive-aggressive will rarely confront you face-to-face. Instead, they hide behind text messages, emails, or even other people. Maybe they'll ask a mutual friend to pass along a message instead of telling you directly. Why? Because they want to avoid the discomfort of conflict but still send their message across. This kind of indirect approach can leave you feeling frustrated because instead of clarity, you're left with confusion and mixed signals. Sign 6. Endless excuses. And finally, the sixth sign, endless excuses. When a passive-aggressive person doesn't deliver, they rarely admit it was their choice. Instead, there's always an elaborate excuse. They were sick, their car broke down, their family needed them. Every story sounds urgent, and you feel guilty for even questioning them. The problem is, these excuses pile up, and soon you realize they're simply avoiding responsibility. This pattern allows them to dodge accountability while keeping you off balance, never knowing when the next excuse will arrive. Understanding these signs is important, not just to spot passive-aggressive behavior in others, but also to reflect on ourselves. Sometimes, without realizing it, we might act in subtle ways to hide our own anger or frustration. This behavior often comes from fear of conflict, fear of rejection, or fear of being judged. Recognizing it allows us to protect our energy, set healthy boundaries, and communicate more honestly. Awareness is the first step toward healthier, more genuine relationships. So, to recap, if you notice denial, silence, fake cooperation, constant excuses, or subtle attempts to frustrate you, there's a good chance someone around you might secretly hate you. Recognizing these signs gives you the power to protect your energy and respond wisely. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever experienced passive-aggressive behavior in your life? Share your story in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any new videos about understanding human behavior and improving your relationships.